Back to another album review. Today's review is on White Pony from Deftones. Last year I talked about this album's 20th anniversary. Now I'm doing a full review of it. This is the third studio album from Deftones. Just like the first two albums, it was produced by our good friend, Terry Date. Now, this album was recorded at two different studios, Larrabee Sound in West Hollywood, and The Plant in Sausalito, California. The recording was done between August and December of '99. To do the math, this means that recording took 4 months, which was the longest amount of time that Deftones took to record an album until their next album, which I'll get to next week. White Pony was released on June 20th, 2000 under Maverick Records. Interestingly enough, that was Chino Marino's 27th birthday. So it was primarily centered around alternative metal, but there are also songs that touch upon experimental rock, art rock, and nu metal. Where this be the last Deftones album where they would touch upon nu metal. They actually took influence from various bands such as Nine Inch Nails, Tool, Faith No More, and The Cure. Now, before I go any further, I need to mention that the title White Pony is actually slang for cocaine. I'd also like to mention that there's different versions of the front cover. The regular version has the cover being gray. There are also versions with the cover being black, red, or white. These versions have a bonus track. More on that when I talk about the songs. As you can see, my copy has the black cover. It's also the first Deftones album to feature Frank Delgado as an official member of the band, where he played the synthesizer and turntables. And he was actually inaugurated as an official member of the band in '99, even though he did audio effects for Deftones' first two albums. It's also the first Deftones album to feature Chino Marino as the band's rhythm guitarist, and not just the lead singer. He's still the rhythm guitarist to this day, and not just the lead singer. Now let's talk about the songs. The song starts with Tis Sierra. I think that's how you say it. The song was done really well, to say the least. It was a great way to start the album, in addition to setting the tone for what we're in for. Next is Digital Bath, which was released as a promo single in 2001. The song actually has various effects of sampling, as well as echo guitar chords. Read that Chino Marino mentioned that at that pre-ness that the song is about, quote, electrocuting a girl in the bathtub. There is a music video that was made for this song that was directed by Andrew Bennett, and I'll post a link in the description. Deftones actually performed the song live on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on February 9th, 2001, so almost 20 years ago. The song is also very atmospheric and even has some high-pitched vocals from Chino that are very rare for Deftones. After that is Elite, which is rather heavy and more straightforward. It also has some influences of industrial rock rather than the normal dynamics of Deftones. Chino said that the song is, quote, laughing at everyone trying to become what they already are. If you want to be one of the elite, you are. Follow that up with RX Queen. The song has heavy percussive effects and stuttering bass. As an added bonus, it even features additional vocals from Scott Weiland, who was best known for being the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver, though he's uncredited for some reason. Chino did mention that this is the album's most futuristic song. I don't know what he means by that, but I really like this song. After that is Streetcar. The song starts with a brief guitar intro, followed by the band crashing in full force. Chino mentioned that he was singing out loud over the top of the music. This is also the shortest song on the album at 2 minutes and 41 seconds long. Next is Teenager, which is a very well-known song from this album. The song in particular contains an acoustic riff and a scratching line, along with a trip-hop beat and glitch influences. The song itself is about the end of a youthful romance. Chino said that he wrote the song at the age of 15 after a first date. He also mentioned that this was originally going to be a song for Teen Sleep, which I will talk about in a few weeks. I don't know what trip-hop or glitch music are, but I really like this song considering the softer tone. After that is Knife Party. This song contains a distorted introduction with the moving bass line, plus a vocal bridge sung by Rodleen Getzig, in what's been described as a Spanish-Arabic style. She even said that this song is very seductive while simultaneously containing a lot of violent imagery. He also mentioned that people don't like to get sex mixed with violence. The song is very atmospheric and is what I consider to be one of the best songs on this album. Also, a music video that was made, and I'll post a link to that in the description. You follow that up with Korea, which has a heavier tone and has a scratch solo from Frank Delgado. He's actually using a turntable for that. After that is Passenger. The song is rather interesting because it features additional vocals from Maynard James Keenan, who is best known for being the lead singer of Tool and A Perfect Circle. Great bands, by the way. The song has a heavy guitar intro, along with the vocal interplay between Chino and Maynard. There's also a piano and keyboard lines that lead to a heavy guitar riff, which introduces the chorus. The atmospheric tone and the inclusion of Maynard James Keenan are the reasons why this is my favorite song from this album. You follow it up with Chains in the House of Flies. The song serves as the band's lead single, and the single was released on May 16th, 2000. That was a little over a month before the album was released. The single contains two B-sides, Prince Shot and No Ordinary Love, but both those songs would end up on the B-sides and Rarities compilation album in 2005. And when the song was released, it was an instant hit on the radio, so much so that it ended up being Deftones' most popular song. The song is so popular that it has appeared in various movies and shows such as Queen of the Damned, Dragon Ball Z, Cooler's Edge, Alias, Major Crimes, Wolf Lake, and American Dad. Just to name a few. This song was also covered by various artists, including Breaking Benjamin and Seether. There's also a music video that was made. It was directed by Liz Friedlander and was filmed at a Hollywood estate in May of 2000. I'll post a link to it in the description. This is Deftones' most popular song. Although it's not my personal favorite, I still think it's one of the band's best songs. After that is Pink Maggot, which is the shortest song, or the longest song on this album at 7 minutes and 32 seconds. It's also the last song on the versions of the Grey cover. This album ends with Boys Republic, but only if you have the version with the black, red, or white cover. In December of 2020, there was a special 20th anniversary edition of this album, that was released, containing a remix album called Black Stallion. Now, Black Stallion contains remix versions of the songs from various artists such as Mike Shinoda and Robert Smith, among others. I don't have that version at this time, but I might get it at some point. If I do get the 20th anniversary edition, I will certainly review Black Stallion. And I read that this album peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200. It was later certified platinum by the RIAA, with over 1.3 million copies sold. Now, from what I read is that this album was met with mostly positive reviews from critics, and rightfully so. Some of the critics praised Chino Moreno for his lyrical sophistication as well as the band's overall experimentation with the music. I read that Kerrang had selected this as their album of the year in 2000. Rolling Stone magazine placed this as number 66 on their list of the 100 greatest metal albums of all time in 2017. Overall, I feel that this album is even better than Deftones' first two albums. Hell, I even go as far as to call it one of the best albums of the 2000s. And I eventually do a video on the top 10 best albums of the 2000s, you can guarantee that this album will make the list. Now it's the part where I question you. Have you listened to White Pony? If so, what are your thoughts? Do you think the album deserves the praise that it received? And what is your favorite song from it? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell to notify future uploads. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.